Caroline Moorehead's 2010 Dancing to the Precipice is a biography of one of the most intelligent and interesting figures in modern history. Lucie de la Tour du Pin was an 18th century French aristocrat, and she lived the sort of life a Hollywood scriptwriter might have devised. As a bonus, she also wrote an autobiography. Lucie de la Tour du Pin was born in France in 1770, and she died in Italy when she was in her 80s. What makes her so interesting is that she not only bridges the gap between pre- and post-revolutionary France, but also that she was at the epicenter of things almost throughout. She was introduced to the French court at Versailles in 1776. She married a count, and she became a lady-in-waiting to Marie Antoinette, whom she served every Sunday for 2 years. Then, in 1789, the French Revolution came. Lucie actually witnessed the Women's March on Versailles. 1793 was the year of the Terror. She and her husband tried to hide in rural France for a while, but things became too dangerous, and eventually they left for America, where they lived in New York State for 2 years before returning to France in 1796. 4 years later, Napoleon came to power, and he started looking for former aristocrats to bolster his legitimacy. Lucie and her husband were eminently suitable, and so now she became an intimate of the emperor's. Lucie wrote her memoirs not for public consumption but for her family, and they were only released in 1906. In 1928, Kate brought out an English edition called Recollections of the Revolution and the Empire, and the Folio Society brought out an illustrated edition called Escape from Terror in 1979. The Harville edition of 1999 is still in print, but not easy to find in most bookshops. Thankfully, Caroline Moorehead's biography is clear, well explained. One doesn't have to know much about French history in order to enjoy it, and it tells its story grippingly. And of course, it does what the autobiography can't do. It continues the story up to and beyond Lucie's death. There are other twists and turns in Lucie's story after the fall of Napoleon, but I won't ruin it by outlining them here. For anyone who's remotely interested in French history, this is an essential read.